Woman throws away 12 years of marriage to only regret in tears.
Today marks 1 year since my divorce was final. Wait for my pre-workout tingles to kick in while we talk about it. Some things that I did not expect to experience, besides all the sad things like the depression and anxiety and grief that come with divorce that I talk about in my other videos, but some other things that I didn't expect. Number one, having to reparent my inner child that I had no idea was going to come out after divorce. There was a lot of parts of my personality that I had to suppress to keep the peace in a very high demand religion, very intense, radically religious marriage. And so when I got divorced, a lot of those parts of my personality just started popping up because it had the space and room to just come out. And I had to navigate, like, is this part of my personality? Is this a trauma response? Is this just like my inner child rebelling? And having to reparent my inner child while navigating trauma was like a mind F. Like, they don't prepare you for that. That was not in the handbook that I was given. There is no handbook on that. That was wild. Second, tearing down the walls of this very like rigid cinder block box I was forced to live in for 12 years.
All I can see is an unserious woman who is not ready to take responsibility. You threw away a stable life you had, a loving family, and a man who is ready to care, protect, and provide for you, only to come online to spit rubbish in hopes to garner sympathy from people. These women are so selfish and self-centered. This woman complained about how she didn't have to stress about a lot of things while she was in the relationship, and now she's worried about how she will get things done. The question then is, why did you leave the marriage? Why did you leave a place of comfort? Why did you leave a marriage that millions of women dream of around the world? We all know the answer to that question: selfishness and greed. These 304s are not only stupid, but are very greedy. They see the OnlyFans models and hoes with expensive bags and on expensive trips, and they automatically wish to be like that. These greedy women are willing to throw away the stable life they are living because of material things. The feminists, 304S, and independent women everywhere are living miserable lives. They are all always up and about, looking to put men's lives in disarray, because their lives are nothing to write home about, considering their contribution to contemporary life. How do you commit to something for 12 years and just turn your back on it? A peaceful and good 12 years. The effort the man has put into the marriage, providing and protecting the household down the drain, wasted. I keep telling men, the best kind of women are the ones that are ready to build a family, the ones that aren't overly ambitious and just want to support you in your endeavors, because any other kind of woman would wake up one day and decide that they don't want to be in the relationship anymore. Men, if you decide that you want to settle down in a relationship or marriage whatsoever, go for the lady who wants to build a family and comes from a good family, not these bandits walking about calling themselves women. The greed of a woman is literally the source of all hardship according to the religious texts. Them wanting more, even when they have everything they need. Their greed and delusion would push them to throw it all away. I do not in any way feel sympathy for this woman or any other woman out there who is involved in this kind of mess. You had everything, you had a choice, and you chose to ruin it. The majority of women aren't victims. They shouldn't be pitied, and they should not be shown sympathy. In fact, these people are the victimizers. They should be shunned and avoided. Do not, I repeat, do not go into a committed relationship with any woman who shows signs of greed. Do not go into any relationship with a woman who does not see raising and building a family as one of the most important things in her life. Do not go into any relationship with any lady who never had a father figure in their life. If you do so, you do it at your own risk. No matter how beautiful she is, think about your time and efforts being wasted. Think about the coming years when she will leave the family without remorse. Remember that society would still be on her side, and remember that courts and the judicial system are in their favor. Remember that those greedy women always have backups, an ex, a random man that is willing to spend some money on them. Do not let it get to the point where you would be viral online across social media for realizing that your 2 children aren't yours. Leave those women who are greedy and delusional. Do not build a family with them. Imagine losing your properties just because you settled down and built with a 304.
So I got divorced at like 30, 31. And so never in my adult life, or really my entire life, except for that 1 year in college that I wasn't married or didn't live with my parents or wasn't married, I had to make decisions by myself, which is totally fine. I have no problem making decisions for myself. Love it, no issue. However, I've never had to make a decision where it didn't greatly affect somebody that I was doing life with. I've never had to go to make a decision and be like, okay, so how is this going to affect this person? I'm going to make a decision. How am I going to pitch this? How's it going to help them, hurt them, benefit them, stress them out in some way? So when I'd go to make a decision, I was like, okay, this actually doesn't affect anybody but me. And that is a weird, weird place to be. That messed with me so much, let me tell you. I could write a novel about how weird this first year has been, but let me just tell you this, okay? You're going to whip through a million different versions of yourself in this first year, and that is okay. Give yourself the space and grace to do it, okay? You are going to be navigating just a million different versions of yourself, grief, loss, sadness, all while trying to rebuild a new life and keep your kids happy and healthy, and it's going to feel so overwhelming and so hard.
Why throw it away only to find a way to navigate life all overnight? What is the point of all that? Why think about healing when you literally hurt yourself? All I can see is a delusional woman looking for an audience to support her soon-to-express wrong decisions.
So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know, well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that.
These women are not only selfish, but they also think the world revolves around them. Because why would you get a divorce, have a boyfriend, and still be angry that your ex-husband is seeing someone else? I think it has gotten to the point of no redemption. The entitlement is through the roof. Why are you in tears about your ex seeing another woman? It goes back to my initial point about greediness. She wants what she used to have with her ex-husband while they were married, as well as more attention from the new boyfriend. It's their type that would leave a family dinner to meet up with a so-called old friend. They have a messed up scale of preference. They always want to be on the safe side, and they never cherish what they have. Run from such women. Run and don't feel any remorse. Do not commit to such women. And if you have committed, make sure your belongings are not in your name. Make sure you are always on your toes, or find a way to detach from them. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.